On this edition of Bear TV News, UPIKE students travel to Costa Rica for spring break. UPIKE and Big Sandy Community and Technical College form an agreement, and UPIKE adopts a new general education curriculum. Hello, UPIKE viewers. Welcome to the April edition of Bear TV News. I'm Dominique Mims.
And I'm Nick Collum. We're covering all top news across the UPIKE campus. For our top story of the day, UPIKE students and faculty participating in the Spring 2 courses, Travel Writing and Studies in Eco-Psychology, were able to have the spring break of a lifetime by spending a week in Costa Rica.
On March 9th, 10 UPIKE students, along with 2 UPIKE faculty, took flight out of the country to visit sunny Costa Rica for the following week. During their time spent there, they were able to experience many new things, such as the food, wildlife, natural beauty of the land, and each other's company.
I went to the Bahamas in high school, but this is my first time actually requiring a passport. Well, I was on a boat the first time, so plane rides here and all that was pretty different. But aesthetically, it's kind of the same, so a lot more people, a lot more tourists actually. Overall, it's just been gorgeous. This is a very beautiful country. Going to the waterfall was probably my favorite, but I made a commitment to myself to kind of go on everything possible. So I did the zip lining and the rafting and all that. So even though zip lining terrified me, but I got over it quick.
As the week went on, the group had moved away from the intensity of extreme ziplining and was able to focus more on rest and relaxation.
Well, it was great. I mean, I thought that everyone got along pretty well. You're going to have bumps and bruises when you have that many people traveling in close quarters together. But I thought everyone did great. It was pretty smooth from start to finish. I think my favorite moment was seeing the crocodiles at a certain bridge overpass overlooking, I can't remember the name of the river, but overlooking a river. Because I think I like that best. It wasn't within a reserve or a park or anything like that. They were just crocodiles out in the wild. We're sharing this space with these gigantic beasts that are, they're quite impressive just to look at. I wasn't expecting them to be so large.
Large reptiles aside, most of the students had been looking forward to winding down from everything at Manuel Antonio Beach for a day or two.
I really like to travel. I've been to a couple of different countries, and Costa Rica was on the top of my list. I've been to Clearwater Beach in Florida and Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, and they do not hold the smallest candle to the beach here at Manuel Antonio because it's not as crowded, it's warmer, the waves are bigger. I love the Pacific Ocean, and it's definitely warmer to be spring break. The Little Coffee Man has like this special place in my heart because I love coffee. I'm very big on coffee enthusiast, coffee.
After seeing and doing most of what the tourist side of Costa Rica has to offer, it was apparent that everyone was able to come back with more insight on the travel abroad program.
Costa Rica is never dull. This is the 5th time that I've actually been in the country, 4 times with students. Once, the very first time I came to the country, I came with a group of faculty, and each time is special, each time is different. You learn a tremendous amount about yourself when you travel abroad, and that's kind of part of what the college experience should be all about, is growing and developing and learning more about yourself. So studying abroad is an excellent way to do that, and I'm just partial to Latin America and especially Costa Rica.
Everything went according to plan as students and faculty returned to the States safely. The trip will surely be a spring break students won't forget. Speaking of world travel, UPIKE students had the opportunity to spend semesters studying in different countries throughout the world. Our own Dustin Fidel gives us an in-depth look at the study abroad program opportunities available to UPIKE students.
UPIKE offers many different study abroad programs. Faculty and students believe that these programs enrich the lives of their students.
This is one of those experiences where, especially coming from UPIKE, where there's not a lot of diversity and stuff, it gives you a real sense of like how different the world is and like how big it is, especially because on this trip you were able to travel to other countries, not just just not in Austria. So it gives you a real sense of independence and away from what you're used to, and takes you out of a comfort zone.
University of Pikeville, and one of the motivations for me is seeing how the experiences change the students. If they go in a group, it's a little bit different than if they go by themselves. If they go as a group, they really build this sense of community, and they come back and they have 14 new friends, and they tend to hang out with each other and do stuff together. That's a big thing that I see. Now, for everybody, including the ones who go by themselves, I think they come back with a much deeper understanding of the world. I mean, we take a lot of kids that really have never left Kentucky or very little, and now they see the world, they see how other people live, and all of a sudden they're now much more curious about the world. They want to travel, whereas before they may never have thought about going anywhere. Many of them come home and take their families places. I think they see that it's fun, that they learn a lot instantly just by going, and I think now they have a desire to understand the world. They come back much more mature. Maybe it's just because they're gone for 6 months or something, but I see a big change in just their attitude towards life.
For Bear TV News, I'm Justin Vidal.
No matter where you choose to study around the world, it will be an experience of a lifetime. If you're a student interested in the study abroad program, please contact Professor Tim Whittier at timwhittier@upike.edu.
Finding your place is the theme of UPIKE, as a new general education curriculum has been adopted. This curriculum will enable students to cultivate skills, understand their place in the world, and utilize the knowledge learned for real-world problems. As of spring 2019, UPIKE has adopted a new general education curriculum aimed at providing students with more independence in cultivating their place in a changing world. The new curriculum will go into effect fall 2019 and will only require 36 hours of general education requirements. Dr. James Browning, religion professor at UPIKE, is responsible for designing the new curriculum.
We became aware that our core curriculum was too large, it required too many hours. So we reduced the number of hours by about 20 or so. So think of that as now students still need 120 hours to graduate. They only need to take 36 hours for their core requirements. And so now you'll be able to take a minor, you'll be able to take a second major, you'll be able to have room to explore throughout the curriculum. So we think this gives students an exciting possibility to do more exploration in addition to the courses that they take for the general education curriculum and their major.
Transfer students will also benefit in that they will be able to earn their degree faster. However, concerns about the new curriculum linger.
I like that I can get my degree faster, but I'm interested in humanities courses and concerned about what will happen to them if students don't take them as electives.
Despite these concerns, excitement is in the air for the future of UPIKE. Reporting for Bear TV News, I'm Dominique Mims. For more information or questions regarding changes, contact the Registrar's Office located on the second floor of the Armington Science Center.
New opportunities are opening for incoming students in the Central Appalachian region with the signing of an agreement between Big Sandy Community and Technical College and the University of Pikeville, Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine, as a direct transfer program between the two has been created. Reporter Kyle Nagy has all the details.
On March 7th, the University of Pikeville and Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine signed with Big Sandy Community and Technical College to create a direct transfer program. With a rapidly growing medical and optometry program, combining with the junior college is making endless opportunities for both colleges.
This is a really exciting time for us because we're trying to strengthen the partnerships and collaborations between Big Sandy Community and Technical College and the UPIKE. So signing this today gives students hope and incentive to come to Big Sandy and get their first 2 years out of the way and then seamlessly transfer to UPIKE.
With declining population rates in the eastern Kentucky and Appalachian region, the communities seem to be growing farther and more distant from the rest of the world.
When we sign articulation agreements like this, what we're looking for is opportunities for students from the local area to be able to come into the Big Sandy Community and Technical College system, learn what they can about basic sciences there, and then transition seamlessly into the University of Pikeville and have an early acceptance into medical school. That way they know very quickly whether they're going to be able to make it all the way through the medical school program.
With community college tuition being far less expensive than a university tuition, the signing between the two schools is not only bringing new talent into the Eastern Kentucky education system, but also keeping it here.
So a lot of the students are from the region, so they want to live at home. They've got family support. They don't want to leave. They want to stay. It's a beautiful region here. So anything we can do to help facilitate keeping them at the community college for 2 years, then transferring over, and then having the possibility of being able to go into the doctor program here.
I think initially it'll probably be just 2 or 3 in every class, but it could be more than that. I don't think that we have put a limit on the number of students who can be involved, so it could be a larger group. The students have to be qualified. They still have to be great students who are going to survive and do well in medical school. They have to be able to pass their boards and do well in the MCAT, but that's what we prepare them for. That's what Big Sandy prepares them for.
The signing between the two colleges is not only opening opportunities for both colleges, but for the whole region of Eastern Kentucky. Reporting from Big Sandy Community and Technical College, I'm Kyle Nagy with Bear TV News.
This agreement will create new opportunities for any student wishing to attend the Kentucky College of Osteopathic Medicine.
Have you or someone you know suffered from substance abuse? UPIKE recently hosted an event to help educate students on ways to handle such situations. We now go to reporter Sean Haynes with coverage of the event.
On Wednesday, March 7th, the University of Pikeville invited a special guest to speak to students about substance abuse. The speaker has a unique approach to educating his audience.
So I'm a clinical psychologist and a comedian, and my goal is to bring a message to students here at UPIKE about mental health, about substance abuse, and ultimately about leadership. And so the last 2 nights, I've addressed athletes last night, and tonight was RAs, about the topics mainly of natural highs, which is sort of the positive perspective on substance abuse, and resilience. How can we be more emotionally resilient in our lives through the good times and the bad?
The positive, science-based, but entertaining approach has helped the doctor reach audiences around the country. He has been lecturing students on substance abuse for many years now, and he got his start at a surprisingly young age.
I started in college as a student leader. I started a prevention group that still exists. We put on activities late at night on the weekends on the campus of Bucknell University in Lewisburg, PA. And that got me started as a speaker because the group became so successful, local schools asked me to come speak about it.
Dr. Bellis was brought to UPIKE in part thanks to the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. We spoke with a representative of the committee about the process.
I put together a presentation and put it in front of SGA, and we have one representative from every sport on campus. So there's 22 representatives that we are all hand chosen by our coach to be in the club, and it's all just to be leaders in the community and encourage everyone.
For more information on Dr. Bellis and to learn about his techniques for ending substance abuse, visit mattbellis.com. Reporting for Bear TV News, I'm Sean Haynes.
For questions or concerns about substance abuse, contact UPIKE counselor Marty Green at 606-218-4357.
Now it's time for the sports update with Willie McLeod. So, Willie, we've been gone for spring break, so we probably missed a lot. Can catch us up on that?
Yeah, we've missed a lot. Everybody's been gone for a week trying to get back in the groove with school. The baseball team, basketball team recently had their tournament. The bowling team is out for their tournament. So, yeah, we're missing out on a lot.
All right, let's hear it.
First up, the baseball team picked up its first 3-game sweep of the season, defeating Kentucky Christian 3 times over the weekend. Bruce Bell took over the first game with 12 strikeouts. The second game, highlighted by Knight's errors, the Bears took advantage, 9-4. In the final game, with an 8-run first inning, it put the game out of reach. While everybody went on spring break, the UPIKE baseball team stayed on campus holding the fort. They battled it out with Cumberland University and lost the series 1-2.
First conference weekend, we started out strong, and we got the first win, and then we came out the second day. And they came out hungry. They came out ready to play. They won the game. They had more energy, but that's one thing that we feel like we could get better on, just maintaining the energy throughout the weekend. And I think once we do that, we'll have a lot better outcome later in conference.
Entering the Mid-South Conference, the Bears have been fighting to stay on a winning season.
We started off slow, but we're starting to slowly pick it up. We started a conference last week, and we had a 7-game week, and we came out 4 or 5 out of 7 games for wins. So, we took care of business last week. We had a few things we could get better on. But as far as the team, we're starting to gel and come together a lot better.
Catching up with senior first baseman Jay Vincent, He gave us his insight on what it feels like to be a leader on the baseball team.
The leadership role, I guess, that I've taken, because I didn't really have to do that the past 3 years because we had guys that would do that. And being a leader now is really trying to put that on my back and take that role as something I need to do. I think we're hitting well. We struggled a little bit early, but lately we've really been picking it up. Seeing the ball well is big, and we're just working on putting the ball in play, not striking out is big. And I feel like we give ourselves a chance whenever we hit well, and gives this team a chance. And I feel like if we hit well, then we're pretty good.
The baseball team is going to continue their last 14 games to finish out the Mid-South Conference. The UPIKE men's basketball team took the NAIA National Tournament last week as a number 4 seed. Their first game was against the 5 seed Talladega Tornadoes, with a strong game from Chase Parsley, who tied his career high with 19 points, and Javante Carlton's 19 points. The Bears won the game 69-65. The Bears advanced to the NAIA Sweet 16, taking on the number 1 seeded Benedictine Ravens. The Bears found themselves up by 15 points early in the second half before the Ravens closed the gap. This game came down to 2 overtimes in which the Bears would win 83-79. It was another strong game from Javante Carlton with 24 points and 13 rebounds, and Luke Leahy with 23 points matching him and 13 rebounds. Moving on to the Elite Eight for the first time since 2017, the Bears faced the number 3 seeded Carroll College Saints. The Saints carried a 10-point lead into half and never looked back, defeating the Bears 72-56. In bowling news, the UPIKE women's bowling team is preparing to compete in the NAIA National Tournament once again this year. Reporter Charles Maxwell has more.
Strength, determination, and loyalty. These are the traits that best describe the University of Pikeville's women's bowling team. These traits, along with the coach's leadership, has brought the team to the NAIA National Championship once again this year, where they will be the returning champions. We were able to ask one of Pikeville's varsity team members what she thought the chances were the team could clutch victory once again.
I think we have a really good chance. I honestly think we have a good chance at winning both NAIA and ITC. The girls, our team has such a great chemistry that on and off the lanes to where it's like we're unstoppable, and if it clicks, and hopefully the pins fall in our favor.
It's obvious that the UPIKE ladies hold a lot of pride and devotion to their team. We had the pleasure of speaking with another member about what the team means to the players.
I love the women's bowling team. I actually came here from out of state specifically for the bowling team, and the team is so much more than just a team. It's like a family, and I feel like I have sisters.
The sincerity and love for our women's bowling team is adamant and well-placed, and they continue to be a shining example of the University of Pikeville's pride and strength. This is Charles Maxwell, Bear TV News.
The highly decorated UPIKE men's and women's archery teams are preparing for yet another tournament. Our reporter Mason Hess spent some time speaking to different members of the team in this story.
The UPIKE archery team is a second-year program with tremendous success. These archers shoot year-round in 3 different seasons, 3D, indoor, and outdoor. All 3 seasons they have different challenges and adversity to face. We are here reporting live from opening day of the outdoor season as they prepare for regionals coming up in April.
So some of the main struggles that we face in outdoor season is, of course, the distance, and then we tackle on with the weather, so the wind and the rain. That can be a struggle as well.
The team has worked hard all year round. They spend countless hours working on their bows along with studying. For the 2018 fall semester, this team had the highest GPA yet while claiming second place at the Mid-South Conference Championships for indoor.
I've been shooting archery since I've been about 9 years old. I put a lot of effort and a lot of hours into shooting, and this year's regional outdoor season is going to be one for the books for us. I'm hoping to put in a lot of effort and a lot of practice on and off of the archery range in order to prepare for this season.
The team consists of all freshmen and sophomores. The team spends every day together and considers each other family.
I really like being part of the archery team because I feel like we're different than other teams. I never really got the family vibe with any of my other teams. I really love the team. I'd do anything for any of them.
The archery team is always looking for new additions to their family. For more information, contact Shane Hurt at shanehurt@upike.edu.
I'm Mason Hess, Bear TV News. Back to you.
The UPIKE track and field team recently had one of its most successful meets with multiple top 5 finishes at the Pioneer Invitational. Kim Lester continued her strong freshman campaign, finishing second place in the 400-meter dash. Tyler Emerson finished second in the 200-meter dash with the time of 22 seconds, .34, which was the fastest time of all runners, giving him first place. That's it for this month in sports. With your Bear TV Sports Update, I'm Willie McLeod.
Thank you, Billy. I hear that we have the spring football game coming up.
Yes, ma'am, we do have the spring football game coming up.
And you're a part of that.
I may put on a jersey. You never know.
You think we're going to kill it out there?
I'm pretty sure we got some solid guys out there. We always kill it.
It's good.
Thank you.
You excited for Hillbilly Days?
I'm always excited for Hillbilly Days.
It's good food. It's good time.
Great time.
Best food.
This has been your April edition of Bear TV News. Thank you for watching. I'm Dominique Mims.
And I'm Nick Collum. Join us next month for continued coverage of all things UPIKE.